Okay, yeah, you know, this wheel is like an aluminium wheel, and this brake dust on this is stubborn as molten lava. It's like molten lava on the metal, you know, there's no getting this off. You know, I tried your basic stuff like, you know, demon clean and all that stuff, totally useless, you know, the iron fallout and all that stuff, you know, totally useless on this sort of molten brake dust. We're going to try today, who's going to try to get rid of the molten brake dust on the aluminium wheel. I've watched a few vids on YouTube about it, and they're, you know, saying like caustic soda and start off with a bit of vinegar and fairy washing up liquid. So we're going to start off on the white vinegar and the fairy washing up liquid. We'll see how we go with that to start with. Okay, yeah, so here's the distilled vinegar. Seems like I should have prepped this beforehand, you know. So here's the distilled vinegar. Yeah, that's enough, I think, just for that. Yeah, distilled vinegar. Apparently the fellow said he used the morning fresh, you know, very liquid, just to thicken it up a little bit. So just like thicken it up just to make it more thicker, like, so it like not just water running off. So if you're looking at the idea of making it thicker, you know, that's a bit thicker, put a bit more vinegar in there, you know, more vinegar, a little bit more morning fresh, try and thicken it up a little bit. Okay, that's the solution for that. Okay, so I'm going to do now, I mean, the fellow said he would put it in a spray bottle, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint it on with a brush, because I think it's a load of I think it's a load of manure myself, you know, just to get viewings and all that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it on with a brush. You know, YouTube, as long as I get the viewings, who cares about the deceit and treachery? Well, okay, here we go. Vinegar and you know, the fairy liquid. Looks like the fairy liquid sort of holds it on a bit, like the fellow said, you know. Seems to sort of hold it on like a paste. So you know, just brush it in straight away. As I say, I was going to use it, the fellow said use a spray bottle and sprayed it on, you know. He sprayed it on, but I just thought I might as well mix it up and brush it in straight away, you know. I can't see why you'd want to sort of like look at spraying it on when you can brush it on. So, you know, I'm brushing it on like this and brushing it on. The fellow said leave it for about 5 minutes because it's like acidic. So the vinegar's acidic and it's supposed to break all this sort of molten lava brake dust. I mean, this brake dust is molten lava. This ain't no ordinary dirt, I'm telling you now, man. Whatever brake dust is on this wheel, it could be possibly 15 years old. You know, I don't think these wheels have ever been cleaned in 15 years. Whatever is on this wheel is probably 15 years of molten lava brake dust. So we're going to start off with the, you know, this vinegar thing, what the fellow said. I'm going to see how it goes. So, you know, what I'll do, I'll just keep on painting it on for 5 minutes, you know. I just keep on painting it because, you know, it's going to be working better, isn't it, if I keep on brushing it for about 5 minutes. Okay. So I'll leave that for 5 minutes, you know. It's all there. 5 minutes. Okay, just going to swill this off now at this point. Yeah. As I expected, what a waste of time, like, you know. As I expected, what a waste of time. So, you know, that sort of swilled it off there just for a bit to show what a waste of time that is. I'll do one more dose of the vinegar stuff on it. Okay, so it's one more dose of the vinegar and the fairy washing up liquid. don't forget, this is like molten lava, bright dust. This is like 15 years of cagged on muck. You know, so I just want to see if we can get that off in there. We'll go another 5 minutes on that. So just quickly pop over here and show you how it is there. It's all just hanging on with that fairy washing up liquid. I don't know if it's going to make a bit of difference at all, but we'll leave it for 5 minutes there again. Okay, that's been sitting for about 5 minutes now. So I'll try jet washer on it at this point. This one's like molten lava. I said, dude, stuff on this. He's not even looking at it. You know, the fellow says, you know, wash it off a little bit, and yeah. I mean, he seemed to come quite clean with that fellow's wheels, you know. But you know, he said, like, you know, use a bit more of the stuff if it helps, and then get like, I'm using one of these scourers on it, you know, and you know, trying to break it down. Try to break it down with a scourer here, you know. Wipe it down. And then the man said use a microfiber cloth, you know. Use a microfiber cloth. This microfiber cloth is not even touching it really. I just tried this little scourer a little bit. It sort of broke it down a little bit better, I gotta admit. This little scourer thing was sort of taking it down a little bit now in these sections. But it ain't no big deal, like, you know. It's, you know what I mean? I suppose it has taken it a little bit. I mean, if I look at the gunk there. I suppose you've got to put some sort of effort into trying to scrub them clean a bit, you know, you've got to push them down a little bit, but you know, my heart's not really in this, you know. I mean, trying to do this, I just thought, you know, clean a wheel and that, but cleaning the wheel is not as easy as it seems, so, you know, I'm going in with the scouring thing now. Not exactly steel wool, you know. I don't want to go into sort of try to scour it to the point whereby you know, I mean, you can see the old markings of the wheel weights there, wheel balancing stuff, all that glue still on, you know. This vinegar stuff really, you know, it's sort of like, you know, you'd be here forever, like, you know, trying to clean your wheels like this with the vinegar and that. I mean, you know, if you got some light brake dust maybe, but, you know, this ain't doing shit, mate. You know, to be honest with you, this, you know, you're going to be there all day, like, you know. Going to be here all day trying to do this. I'm not too fussed about it being unsafe. I was just trying to get this inner section done just round here, you know, this inner section. I was just trying to get this inner section done mainly. But that's, you know, and as I said, my heart's not in it. My heart's really not in this shit, to be honest with you. You're going to clean the wheel, get a monkey to do it for you, I say. Yeah, I'm blasting that off because it's a waste of time. I'll be there all day trying to do that. I ain't touching it at all. Yeah. So, I blast all that vinegar and fairy washing liquid. I really ain't doing nothing today. I'll be there until next week trying to do it like that. Yeah, waste of time. Okay, yeah, I suppose it might, you know, the vinegar and that might be alright if you got like a little bit of dust on the wheel, but it ain't taking the molten lava brick dust off in any way. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, okay, the fellow that I watched the video on, he sort of used this stuff, caustic soda. He said he measured out 100 grams to 1 litre of water, enough to do 4 wheels. I don't think I got time to do 4 wheels with the molten brake fluid that's on my wheel, so I just measured out like a bit too much there. Just put a spot of this back in there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to do 50 grams for a bit there. So I'll just do 50 grams with half a litre of water. There we go, 53 grams, you know, there's a few grains extra there. Okay. So you get like thermonuclear reactions with all this stuff, so apparently you got to be really careful with it, you know. So I quickly go and get some water. I'm not totally prepared for this, you know. Okay, so yeah, half a litre. There's the measurements. So keep well back from it all, you know. It's all going to froth up and do all sorts of mad crazy stuff. So I'm going to put half a litre in this. You got to be careful, man. You go blind and stuff. Mix it up. Yeah. Mix it up. It all bubble up and melt the plastic or something like that. And standing well back from it, you know. You got to dissolve all the crystals. Keep stirring until you dissolved all the crystals. Hydraulic chlorified acid or something like that. Hydrochloric acid, dangerous as nuclear fallout and all that. So you know, you gotta stay well back from it, man. You're dealing with this shit, you know. I wouldn't, you know, it's not worth your health messing around with trying to clean a wheel, you know. Going blind and burning your skin for the sake of cleaning a shit wheel off your car. Is it worth it? You guys, a question, man, messing around with this stuff for the sake of cleaning a wheel, man, going blind. Permanent blindness, you go blind permanently if you get this shit in your eyes. Destroys, just get this on your skin, burns like acid. Is it worth really messing around with your health for the sake of a bit of shit on your wheel? So, you know, ask yourself that question before you start getting involved with this. Because, you know, I don't think I'll do it again, and I'm trying to take extreme caution, but it only takes one splash, you know. One splash and that's it. One splash and that's it. Okay, so there's the caustic soda there, you know. I'll leave that to sort of do its thing there, you know. Apparently it says you should feel the glass getting warm. I'll just see if it's getting warm. Yeah, I can see it all melting the plastics. It's warping all the plastic there straight away. Whatever thermal reaction's going on there, it's definitely warping the plastic. It's not all quite dissolved yet, so I'll have to keep trying to stir it. It's taking quite a while to dissolve the crystals in it. As I say, you've got to be careful trying to be too impatient with it, because once the stuff splashes, you only got to splash it the wrong way. One splash and that's it, man. So I'm not too sure how minutes it's going to take to dissolve this last little bit in the bottom here, but I'll keep the video going to sort of keep it going, you know, on this one, just to see how long it takes to dissolve the stuff. I got a feeling this is going to be a load of rubbish as well, mate. I don't think this is even going to touch it over, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, you know, there's a little bit left in the bottom there, nothing much to worry about. The fellow on the other video said that it gets warm, but I can't feel no thermal nuclear reaction or anything like that with the heat of that, so maybe I've been missold this product off eBay. Say caustic soda, but there's no steaming, there's no smoking or nothing like that, you know, totally gold. I might have been ripped off on it. Somebody might have been putting just some washing up powdering or something like that, who knows. But you know, that's my batch of caustic soda mixed. I'm not going to put it in my eyes or take any risk to find out if it is that or whatever, so you know, that's that stuff mixed. Okay, I'm not going to use any spray bottles or anything like that, you know. I just wanted to get mainly the inside of this real clean, just the inside of it, because when you're on the outside of the car, you can only see this in section here really. Just mainly looking at this section, see if we can get this clean. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to like put my paintbrush in there. You know, I'm not going to use a spray bottle, I'm just going to paint it on. Maybe it's a bad idea painting it on, you know. I'm just going to paint it on, but be very careful, man, because I can smell some stuff on it. You see it running off there. I haven't got my eyeglasses on or anything like that, so I'm just being very careful. Very careful with the stuff, you know. Don't go mad with your paintbrush. Don't go mad with your paintbrush or anything like that. Be careful, go slow with it. If you're not wearing the eye stuff, taking a chance on it, man, you get one, you go blind, man. You know, I should have, as I said, I'm not, it's mainly these little spots that I'm worried about, like, you know. I just wanted to get this, just see if we could get it clean, like, you know, the inside of it. This fellow said, like, leave it for 10 minutes. All I really want is just the inside section. I'm not interested in getting all this inside section clean or anything like that, really. You know, I can put a bit on there to see if it does make a difference, but I just sort of wanted to get this stuff done, these bits. And I don't, this is supposed to be caustic soda, but you know, it's frothing up a bit now. Frothing up a bit. It's frothing up a bit now, because it's like it's got some froth in it. Just a paintbrush really, you know. I'm not using the eyeglasses. I've got these little gloves on, but I say, man, I'm a bit of a moron when it comes to things like this. I haven't really got, my heart's not really in this. I sort of like went to clean the car, and I got caught out really, because you know, if your wheels are like that on the inside, you best to leave them, because you know, the outside, you don't really need to bother with the outside. I mean, you know, the outside your wheels, like, you know, as the outside your wheels, you know, you don't really need to see the inside, and when they all go dark inside, you might as well leave them, unless you're a real sort of fuss pot over things, you know. But it's a real fuss pot over things. But I just went to clean them. I thought, oh yeah, it'd be easy to take the wheel off and clean that. And when I went into it to find out, I was like, oh no, man, I didn't realise how baked on this shit can get. I mean, it really bakes on, you know. If you don't clean these when you clean your car, if you don't clean this stuff regularly, it really gets baked on. I'm telling you, properly baked on. I'm just going to do this one section and just try and stay calm, you know. We're doing this one section around this bit here. Okay, so just make sure one more dab of brush in there. Yeah, for splashing it about. See, it's just on these mid sections, just this section really. Just on these bits here, these bits, that bit. Just these inside bits around these bits. But don't forget, man, you're dealing with hydrochloric acid, whatever it is, dealing with the hydrochloric acid. So, you know, I'll leave it for 10 minutes, like the man said. Leave it for 10 minutes. About 2 minutes into it, really, here. 2 minutes into it, the sun's shining a bit, so it's sort of like try and see if it's still as I thought, doing nothing at all. It take 10 minutes, you know, but you know, you don't get, you know, if you don't do too much of this, you know, I get involved with too much of it, like you know, all over the place. I mean, so you've got to leave it a bit more maybe, but here I'm supposed to leave it a bit more maybe. And we just get one section done, you know, just the idea of getting one section done. The idea of doing one section. Even two sections, as they're quite close to each other. Just one section. So I won't bother with the rest of them. I just thought, you know, I looked in the wheel and it looked a bit dirty on the inside of the wheel. I thought, oh, that'd look nice if I clean the inside of it out. It looked nice. But when I went to clean it, the braked on brake dust, I had no idea what the baked on brake dust, you know, molten lava, iron, like the steel of it is really bad. So you know, I wouldn't bother if I were you. If you've got a little bit of brake dust on the inside of your wheels, leave it like it, because it is a dark shadow. Nobody goes around looking at wheels. Nobody goes looking inside of wheels or anything like that, God's sake, you know. So it was a mistake really, because I had to try and carry on with this, because I started it, you know. Because I started it, I had to sort of like try and finish it, and I thought, oh, I'll try it with the caustic soda thing. But it don't look like this caustic soda is going to do anything either, you know. As I said, I'll leave it on for the 10 minutes, like it said. I leave it on for the 10 minutes, like it said, yeah. And then kind of leave it, put a bit more on, you know. Some brand new stuff here. Some brand new stuff there. Don't forget, you are dealing with hydrochloric acid. I said there was no nuclear reaction really. I can smell something. There's some sort of toxic fume coming from it a little bit. Okay. We'll leave that now for the 10 minutes. Well, yeah, trying to clean the inside of an aluminium wheel. Trying to clean this inside of an aluminium wheel. What a pile of crap, mate. So just leave them dirty on the inside. As long as the outsides are nice, that's all you need really, because you know, there ain't no cleaning this shit off, man. This has been the 10 minutes. This has been the 10 minutes. There ain't no cleaning this shit off. Not without sandblasting, serious chemicals, you know, the serious acid bath. This caustic soda, forget about it. And make sure 19. We're pretty much on the 10 minutes, you know. I just come into it and have a look at it. It hasn't done nothing. It's doing nothing, mate. It's not even doing nothing. Ain't doing nothing. See, it's not even touching it. And you know, there's a little bit there, maybe I don't know. We put a bit more elbow grease into it, maybe. A bit more elbow grease there. But this stuff ain't falling off, you know. This stuff is not falling off in any way. I say, if it is dangerous shit, it ain't worth the time. I mean, I don't think it's even taking the plastic off. Caustic soda there. Nah, ever wasting time here, mate. Dangerous shit, dangerous shit. We've been wasting time. Forget about it. You can see the difficulty that I'm having to try and clean it. I mean, you know, I could perhaps persevere, you know, forever, like, you persevere forever, but, you know, you persevere forever, like, you know, just this one section, just keep on doing it, this section, and that section, it's these two sections, like, I keep on persevering at these two sections. Okay, I just persevere for these two sections. So it looks like a little bit was coming up there. Looks like a little bit was coming up there.
Was that main traffic?
Yeah. what I'm going to do, I'm going to set it up. I'm going to set it up so that I'm going to set it up so that I don't sort of damage the outside of the wheel while I'm trying to do this. Well, there you have it. After all that scrubbing, all that vinegar, all that washing up liquid and all that caustic soda and hydrochloric acid, there it is, all nice and clean. Fabulous stuff, eh? Well, at this point, you know, my half-hearted attempt at it all there. I mean, I've still got a little bit of caustic soda here left. I just do this little section here, right, and you know, I'm going for like the stainless steel Brillo pad sort of thing on this one, and sort of like see if I can shift it with some of this stuff. This is probably a bit extreme with the Brillo, you know. And I suppose the idea of the caustic soda is to break it down so you don't eat into the paints, but I think this is going to be too much, you know, the Brillo. That's a bit extreme, that, I think. So yeah, you can see the damage that I've done with the Brillo. Yeah, you can see I've taken the paint off with the Brillo. You're just taking it down. So the caustic soda was doing the trick. It was taking it down all nice, breaking breaking it down. But you could say that I'm going to give up on it. But yeah, don't use a Brillo. If you try to use a Brillo, it definitely goes through the paint. And saying that, the caustic soda did look like it was sort of making an effort at it there for a bit, you know. Yeah, there's only one way to get shit off like that, is to go and get them sandblasted, properly sandblasted, repainted, refitted. You ain't scrubbing stuff off like that, man. You're not scrubbing shit off like that. So it's baked on more than lava brake dust. You know, the only way to get that shit off is to drill it off, grind it off. You know, taking it right back with these industrial sandblasters or these metal drills, you know, really harsh, and then respraying the wheel completely. It ain't worth bothering with. You know, I mean, you can see what I've done here, basically, with the steel wool and everything. You can see, like, it's created that grey in there that I've taken the silver off. The silver was left on some of this stuff here. You know. You know, I mean, if I would have spent like about 2 days scrubbing it, you know, then putting back in with the caustic soda, you know, putting more caustic soda on it, and you know, just leaving it for hours, and then coming back and doing this again a few hours later, little bit by little bit, he probably would have got it off, but I ain't got the time. I spent about 2 hours doing this so far just to get it like that, you know. It's a waste of time, I wouldn't bother. I don't know, it was getting there. You could see it was getting there a little bit there. Those bits were easy in between. Don't waste your time. Waste of time, mate. So that's your caustic soda and your vinegar and your washing up liquid and all the rest of it, you know, and your toothbrush and all that.